Hey guys, it is Ben from BensGameTime here with a review of WWE Survivor Series 2014, which was free on the WWE Network, and that's the last time I'll mention it. Okay, so the first match, the first real match, I'm not counting the pre-show matches, was the Tag Team Championship match. Goldust and Stardust were the champions. And they faced off against the Usos, Los Matadores, and Mizdow. And it was a really good match. Really good way to start off the show. It was back and forth. A lot of craziness. The crowd was cheering and begging for Mizdow. And he didn't really participate that much. But you know what? I think he participated just the right amount. And at the end, it was really crazy. It was really hectic. Everyone was flying all over the place. The Usos were flying. The Matadores were flying. Everything was going crazy. And then in the end, there was the Usos and Goldust on top of one of the turnbuckles, and then Stardust just basically power bombed all of them. And then the Miz tagged him himself, and then Mizdow tagged in, and Mizdow pinned Goldust, and now Mizdow and the Miz are your new tag team champions. Next was a 4v4 Divas elimination match. Team 1 was Paige, Cameron, Summer Rae, and Layla. Team 2 was Natalya, Naomi, Emma, and Alicia Fox. And it wasn't really that good of a match. It seemed like something that would be better suited for Raw. It ended with Naomi pinning Paige. It was a clean sweep. I give it a 2 out of 5. I don't think I gave a rating for the last one. That was a 4 out of 5. So the Tag Team Championship match was 4 out of 5. This Divas elimination match was a 2v5. It should have been on Raw. It would have been a 1 out of 1 if it wasn't for the Survivor Series aspect to it. But yeah, not that good of a match. And then it was the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. Now this was a really good match. Fast-paced, big spots. And in the end, Bray Wyatt won, but by DQ. Dean Ambrose hit him with a chair, and then he put him through a table. It was really crazy. And then Bray Wyatt was buried under another table and a bunch of chairs. And then Ambrose stood atop a ladder in the end. And I was thinking at the time, this confirms a TLC match. And it did. They announced later in the show that Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt will be held at TLC, and I thought this was a 5 out of 5 match, really intense, really fast paced, and it was really, really good. And then what I would say would be the worst match of the night, Adam Rose and the Bunny versus Slater and Gator. And right off the bat, I knew this was going to be a horrible match. I think everybody did. It was really boring, really dull. The Bunny pinned Slater to win the match. It should have been just filler on Raw if they had to have the match. A 1 out of 5. And then after that, Roman Reigns came on and announced his return for 1 month away. And then it was the Divas Championship match, AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. And this was, it was a little unexpected. AJ Lee was actually kissed by Brie Bella. And then Nikki Bella won with a pinfall after her finishing maneuver. And it was a nice short match. It was really unexpected with that whole AJ Lee and Brie Bella thing. Yeah, I actually thought Brie Bella was going to double-cross Nikki or something like that. I give it a 3 out of 5. It was nice and short and sweet. A good Divas Championship match. It didn't go on for too long, and it was a little unexpected. And then the big main event, Team Cena versus Team Authority, and this match lived up to the hype. Best match in the pay-per-view. Okay, so Mark Henry started out with the Big Show, and he was knocked out in seconds by the Big Show. Big Show pinned him afterwards. It was crazy. Triple H tried to motivate Mark Henry. Mark Henry turns around, and there was the KO punch. Then after that, Rusev pinned Ryback. Ryback, the person everyone thought would be the key element in the match. He got eliminated a little bit early, but that was because Seth Rollins curb stomped him. And then Rusev still remains pinless and submissionless, but he got counted out after he tried to put Ziggler through a table, but instead when he jumped through it, he got counted out and Ziggler barely made it at the count of 9 back into the ring. And then Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan, and this was hinted at earlier in the match as well, that Luke Harper came up on top over Eric Rowan after, again, assistance from Seth Rollins. And then one of the most surprising moments of the match, Big Show backstabs John Cena, and then he knocked out punched John Cena, and Cena was pinned by Seth Rollins, and then Big Show walked out. So it was only Ziggler versus Kane, Seth Rollins, and Eric Rowan. And I was surprised at this point. I was shocked because I was like, I thought this was going to be the Cena show. I thought this was going to end with Cena and Seth Rollins. But nope, Ziggler was the last man standing for Team Cena, and that was a surprise. But then, just as you think it's about to be over, Ziggler pins Kane after a zigzag, and also Ziggler pins Luke Harper after a roll-up. 1v1, Ziggler versus Rollins. And this is when the match got really intense. So Ziggler was about to win, but Triple H knocks out the referee. And that went on for a while, but it was good. Okay, like it wasn't like that ref bump that happened way back before SummerSlam last year. No, this was good. And then Ziggler hit another zigzag, and then Triple H knocks out the second ref. And then Triple H would pedigree Ziggler. So then he would call for the third ref. Count was about to start, but then all of a sudden Sting, the man who never stepped foot in WWE, he came out. Everybody was cheering. I was surprised. I was shocked. I thought he was just going to come out, because when I heard Sting was going to show up to Survivor Series, I'm like, okay, they're going to phone it in, and they're going to make it so that way he says, make sure you describe to the WWE Network or something like that, like they did with Hulk Hogan for the past couple of months. But no, they really knocked it out of the park here. Sting would knock out the third referee, and then he would do his finisher on Triple H after they, standed and, circled each other for a little bit. He would put Ziggler on top of Seth Rollins, and then one of the refs broke up, and then Ziggler won the match with the assistance of Sting. I give this match a 5 out of 5. It was a really great match. It was a great way to end the pay-per-view. So overall, this pay-per-view gets a 4 out of 5. It would have been a 5 out of 5 if it wasn't for the Adam Rose and the Bunny versus Slater and Gator, and also the Divas 4v4. If the Divas 4v4 was a little bit better and they got rid of the Adam Rose fight or replaced it with something, I think this would have been a 5 out of 5 pay-per-view. Now keep in mind, if my ratings are a little higher than others you see, it's because this is really the first time I've actually seen a pay-per-view in full because it was free. I normally just watch bits and pieces on YouTube. But yeah, it was a really good match. Really good pay-per-view. I think it's a 4 out of 5 pay-per-view, and it had 2 5 out of 5 matches. It could have been 5 out of 5. And I'm honestly a little surprised about how good it was, because I think I was worried, and a lot of other people were worried, that they were going to just throw in the towel with this pay-per-view and just wing it like they've done in the past. Survivor Series last year, the main event especially, wasn't really that good as far as I've heard. I saw the main event, it wasn't that good months later. But yeah, so I thought because it was free, they were going to phone it in, they were going to just be like, whatever. But no, they really made it interesting. They made it a really, really good pay-per-view, and it will definitely be something that will increase subscriber count for the network. Am I going to subscribe now? I don't know. They've made a strong case, but for right now, no. Anyway, that's the review of Survivor Series 2014. The Authority are now out of power. Sting is now in the WWE. And overall, a 4 out of 5 pay-per-view. I will see you guys next time.